In the headlines of this bulletin, Phong Điền organized the open conference of the Executive Board of the Suburban District Party Committee to review the implementation of tasks in the first half and outline tasks for the second half of 2022. Cần Thơ City plans to invite investment in accommodation floors that covers the area of 4.7 million square meters. The scientific workshop themed Optimising the procedures of emergency and treatment for stroke patients. Hello, it's good to see you back here in this edition of Cần Thơ News and Top News today. Phong Điền Suburban District Party Committee organized the open congress of the Executive Board of the Suburban District Party Committee to review the implementation of tasks in the first half and outline tasks for the second half of 2022. In the first 6 months of 2022, the Permanent Board of the Suburban District Party Committee instructed to organize the implementation of tasks and grant relatively comprehensive results. The economic situation gradually recovered and is growing. The total industrial handicraft production value stood at more than 463 billion Vietnam dong, representing 52% of target set in the resolution. The total value of agro-marine forestry products at 647 billion Vietnam dong, representing 53%. 3 production models getting VietGap standard and 2 OCA products have been built. Tourism revenues obtained nearly 192 billion Vietnam dong, a rise of 62% against the same period. Cultural social demands were concerned, political security social safety order continued to be upheld. On this occasion, the Party Committee authority and people of Phong Điền were honorably presented the third-class labor order by the State President of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, recognizing its excellent achievements in 2016-2020 stage, contributing to the cause of building the socialism and safeguarding the fatherland. 14 party members and 8 party organizations excellently fulfilled their tasks in 5 consecutive years were presented merit certificates. As preliminary statistics made by Cần Thơ City's Commitment Center indicates from now to 2030, there are more than 200,000 people in Cần Thơ City who have requirement for accommodation at cheap price. To meet the demand for this group, Cần Thơ City has planned to invite investment in 4.7 million square meters of accommodation. As predicted demand, additional 32,000 people with low income in urban areas and nearly 130,000 workers, 20,000 cadres, public and civil servants, soldiers of armed forces have the demand for accommodation. This figure excludes from nearly 70,000 students coming to Cần Thơ to study from other localities and thousands of households stricken by protests but ineligible for benefit in resettlement policy. To meet this demand, apart from protests that have been underway, Cần Thơ City is also inviting investment in 339,000 square meters of social floors for people with low income, 78,000 square meters for workers, and 72,000 square meters for students. On July 1st afternoon, Hoàng Mỹ Cửu Long Hospital organized a scientific workshop themed Optimizing the procedures of emergency and treatment for stroke patients, with the attendance of more than 100 experts and doctors working at medical units in Mekong region. The workshop conveyed the message on the significance of early detecting and optimizing the procedures of timely emergency and treatment. According to doctors, the stroke treatments that work best only if the stroke is recognized and diagnosed within 3 hours of the first symptoms. This is called the golden hour that makes the decision on patient's life and limit to the least brain damage. In statistics, there are around 200,000 stroke patients every year in our country. Although stroke causes high percentage of deaths and disability, it can be prevented by shifting to active ways of life, scientific diet, strengthening physical exercise, as well as controlling risk factors of diabetes, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, cholesterol disorder, and smoking. Besides, people should take periodical health checkups to timely prevent risks of suffering this dangerous disease. The university ranking by academic performance has just proclaimed the ranking in 2022. Vietnam has had 5 additional universities that entered this ranking, bringing the total to 17 in comparison with the one in December 2021. Cần Thơ University continues being named in this ranking. There are no many changes in the list of the top 10 universities that entered the ranking. Most of them jumped their place. Cần Thơ University, however, dropped from the 8th to 10th place. Đức University keeps its first place, followed by Duy Tân University in the second place, and then Ho Chi Minh City National University, Hanoi National University, Hanoi Medicine University, Hanoi Polytechnic University, Nguyễn Tất Thành University, and Ho Chi Minh Polytechnic University. In addition, there are 5 other universities that entered this year's ranking. They are Thái Nguyên University, Ho Chi Minh University of Technology, Ho Chi Minh University of Industry, Ho Chi Minh University of Technology and Education, and the Water Resources University. The organizing board has just rewarded the preliminary round of the Region Counter Ambassador Contest in 2022 in Cần Thơ City. Nearly 20 entries have been selected to enter the national preliminary round. Having launched from mid-April to late May, the organizing board has received more than 17,500 entries from 137 schools. 3 rewards, namely the most percentage of contestants, the most entries, and high number of the first prize winners, were presented to 3 schools in Ô Môn and Vĩnh Thành districts. This is the 4th year that Cần Thơ City has organized the preliminary round. This activity contributed to boosting the reading movement, established the reading habit and skills among students. Cần Thơ City's library has just jointly organized the program called Reading Books in summer 2022. More than 100 students joined for activities in the campus of the city's library, including playing the role of readers, making readers' cards. The program also consists of word puzzle named Doorways of Knowledge, the digital library named Let's Read, and identifying authors and works. The program takes place in 3 Sundays, July 3rd, 10th, and 17th.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand-up paddleboarding, or SUP, is a sport that receives great attention from young people. People do SUP not only to keep fit, but also to enjoy the landscape and the beauty of nature. In Cần Thơ City, stand-up paddleboarding has become one of the most popular choice among tourists.
Stand-up paddleboarding is a new experience for tourists who visit Cần Thơ City recently. From Sông Hậu or Hậu River Part, the 2-trip on the river begins. The route that allows surfboarders to admire the island of Công Ấu and Cần Thơ Bridge is one of the most selected routes. For whether it's in the morning or afternoon, the route is full of shades provided by the mangrove apple trees of dozens to hundreds years of age. I like the routes with a lot of trees in this area. The trees, the sounds of the birds, and the water help me relax. At first, I thought I would paddleboard on the river only, but when I was introduced to the area with a lot of trees and shade, I love it so much. It's different from what I learned from the internet. I hope that I can return to Cần Thơ City next time. The price of a paddleboarding section falls around 400,000 Vietnam dong. There will be a coach that follows and guides the participants throughout the journey to ensure safety.
Participants should listen to their coach and follow the flow of water. Before they go onto the river, participants will be taught on how to paddle and other paddleboarding technique. This is the safety strap that keeps us attached to the board. It helps us get to back the board if we fall into the river. It's like a life buoy, and we should never unfasten it during your trip.
Cần Thơ is a river city. but being able to paddleboard and glide on the immense river brings a whole new feeling to everyone when they can both exercise to improve their well-being and relieve stress effectively to start a new day.
And that's it for this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again in this bulletin, please visit our website, kênh TV.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.